Evening all, how are we doing? Ahem. Thank you for the sub, Christian. Welcome on in. Evening, Tengu. How's it going? I'm a little all over the place. YouTube started being weird. Instead of showing actual screen names, it's showing the long form version of it. It's not the most helpful thing in the world. Started doing this week. But oh well, what can we do? So, jumping back into the Last Caretaker. It's been a minute. I think we're getting very, very close to launching a rocket. I'll have to refresh my memory as to where the hell we were, because it's been a couple of weeks. But yeah, should be good. A bit tired today, to be honest. I did not sleep that well last night. Which is unfortunate, but what can you do? My sleeping pattern's also even more of a mess than usual, so we need to do something about that. Maybe take advantage of my being a bit tireder today and see if I can't get to sleep a bit sooner. Maybe, possibly. Anyway, yes, we got most of the rocket set up, I think, and most of the thing fueled and charged. I think it might still need a little bit of battery charge, but I think that might be the only thing that really needs doing. We shall see. I get the feeling we're coming towards the end of what I want to do with this game, at least in the short term. Just because the kind of goal is to hit that stage where you're launching test tube babies into space, and there's only so much of that end game loop that I really want to get into. Once we've done it, it doesn't feel so story driven anymore. Bit excessive. Oh, game's taking a moment to load in there. Might have to load that again. Oh, or is it going to load itself? Might load itself. I feel like there's quite a bit missing here and there. Let's try loading that again, shall we? And see if it, well, there it was actually starting to spawn back in. Let's try again. Yeah, story-wise, a lot of survival-type games have the same kind of issue, that they're not overly story-driven. I tend to prefer a bit of a story to what I'm doing, so we'll see how we get on with this. There we go, that's a bit better. Minute to kind of try and claw some frames back, because it's definitely struggling apparently. Why? And DLSS is on. Let's try pushing that towards performance a little bit, see if we can't get a bit more smoothness out of it. Well, that's made absolutely no fucking difference at all. Doesn't actually look as bad as it might have done, but yeah, if that's not going to make any difference at all, I guess I won't bother. I'm not dropping the graphics quality back. I'm just not doing it. So hopefully it'll get its shit together and kind of wake up as it goes along. So, place the human within the rocket is one thing we need to do. Connect and activate electrical systems is another thing we need to do. So I think I'm going to work on part 2 of that, part 1 of that. Move the rocket over there. So we're at 37% charge, and it's going to take a while to increase that charge. So I might look into maybe producing another human to go onto our rocket before we launch it into space. Ideally, we'd want to produce 2, but that might take a bit longer than I've got. Yeah, these frames are not doing great right now for some reason. I don't really know why. is really struggling. I really don't know why. It shouldn't be doing. Let's just make sure there's nothing weird going on over here. Nope. Those don't work, so that can go away. Yeah, I don't know. It's just being a bit of a stroppy sod, apparently. I don't know, man. We're just having a day, apparently. It was working better than this last time, but I assume it'll steadily get better as time goes on. I think this is struggling basically because the demand is a bit low, but I'm not sure. No? Yeah, that's like 2/3 full. And the oxygen tank is making oxygen from water, isn't it? Alright. It's all a bit weird. But it's working. It's just a bit weird and flickery about it. Yeah, we can see in the top left we're at 38% charge on the rocket here. And it's charging from like 5 generators down there. Slowly running power up to it. Oops. So what I'm going to do is bomb back over there and grab our test tube baby. Stick it in the rocket. Once we've done that, I guess we'll probably go and see about making another one. I should have plenty of resources for that. I would need to go to... Not there, anyway. Can't tell if that's actually coming this way or not. It's very slow, so I don't know. I'm going to run over there, and if it is, I'll press the button when I get back there. Unfortunately, lifts and travelators, I suppose. It's not a vertical one. Oh, it was moving. It's just moving very slowly. Okay. Sometimes they break in this game. We're due, actually, in the next few days, another update for this game. It's supposed to be getting... Oh, sun's coming up and the moon is dipping below the horizon. That's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, it's supposed to be getting first major update. Lifts could do with making a bit more noise, I think, just so you know they're working. It is quite pretty. Sun over the ocean and all. I seem to recall leaving a child there, but apparently I have moved it already and forgotten. Yes, it's probably on the boat. Probably. quicker to run than using the actual travelator. What did save you, right? Wow. I think it's still down this end, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Can't make it change direction midway. You've got to wait for it to get to the end before you click again. It actually turns out to be okay, but my current set of goals. I'm not entirely sure as to whether or not the child is on the boat or if it's up the top here. There it is. It's even slightly more bulbous at the top. It really is quite the phallic rocket. See, right. So, yeah, we're at 41%, so still quite a way to go on this, but not too bad. Checking out Syrup, just nice. Yeah, we had a look at it, was it the demo, I think, we checked out a few months ago? Yeah, interesting concept, but not really my thing in the end. Reasonably well stocked on there. So, yeah, it would be nice to kind of set up like fuel plans and stuff, but I've got a few enhanced points I've not used. I still need a whole bunch more levels before I can really reliably do that, and also the UI is freaking out again. So I need to get to like level 20 and I'm not at level 16 at the minute, and yeah, I don't think I'm going to be grinding that far. I don't think I'll quite make it to that stage. Anyway, don't need that on the map anymore. What we're going to do is go all the way up here to see Vault Prometheus, which is a long trek. And once there, we'll then come back to the Lazarus complex and see how we do. Black Vein Station is where I'd like to set up with the fuel and things. Actually, I'd like somewhere like Black Vein, but to be somewhere in this region. Could also stop by that spot on the way and see about getting some extra stuff on the map, just for the sake of it. But we've got some waiting to do here, so... yeah, that way, I guess. I've not really got enough supply of fuel to We are actually moving now. I haven't got enough supply of fuel to use the diesel engines, I don't think. One of the things that is coming in this next update, by the way, is the ability to switch specific engine sets on and off from the cockpit without having to go all the way downstairs. Interesting, we can't dive into it. Yeah, it had some fun concepts, but it's a bit too production and line orientated. Satisfactory in space or something like that. Not really my thing. This is going to be a long old trip, isn't it? Oh well. What can you do? Max out the power. I could run the diesel engine a bit, but I mean, probably do it later. Yeah, right now I haven't even got a full main tank of diesel, let alone a secondary tank. Have a cup of tea and biscuits to slowly travel there, yeah. Take some pot shots at River Shark over there, maybe. I really need to do that. Well, and that is dropping its full, so. Some crafting underway. Well, on track. It's just gonna take a while. Yo ho ho or something. Sing some sea shanties to keep us busy while we're sailing along. Trucking along at 20 kilometers an hour. Getting straight into the wind though. We're going a little bit faster if the wind was behind us, I imagine. Still, probably not such a bad thing from the point of view of charging up my Jenny. So I'm actually absorbing more power than I'm using to drive this at the moment, which is good. In general, not such a bad thing. On we go. I kind of wish I could clean the boat up a little bit. Like, it's fully repaired, but it's still covered in scratches and stuff from where it was damaged in the past. Wind speed's dropped back, and now I'm not making it generating as much power as I'm using. Make sure it doesn't crash along the way. Not sure if it was binoculars or a telescope. I think binoculars are supposed to be getting added in the next update as well. Anyway, you alright? Just woke up. It's alright, isn't it? Yeah, missed a great deal. I put the test tube baby that we have got on the rocket and decided we were going to sail off to try and create a couple more, maybe. At least one more, anyway. Just going to detour along the way. This is marked as being some place that generates energy, but I don't really know much about it. I've seen several of these before, but they're not actually that useful to me, really. Healer's Reserved Lyra. There we go. Solar station of some kind. So one of the gripes I have with this game, and gripes maybe not the right word. Oh, there's a lot of wind power on there as well. Again, I don't really know to what goal. It's the thing. Unless you were to stop off and charge your batteries. Kinda can't tell if there's maybe... No, it doesn't look like there's much in the way of fuel or anything there. Worth stopping by, I don't think. Yeah, they have... sometimes they'll have a decent set of objectives, but they never really have much in the way of story. And there are other quests hidden around, and like quests under the waves, and more to be added down there as well, but... Excuse me. Ultimately, I don't really feel like particularly motivated to explore that, which is unfortunate. The endgame loop idea is all well and good, but you know, once I've done it, I don't know that it's going to remain all that exciting. See, so it's a storage thing that's probably a place to live. Like this, we'll have an underwater location with possibly some environmental storytelling going on. I'm not in a tearing rush to go and find it. Ooh. Same there. But we'll stop by this spot over here, do what we can't add onto the map as we cruise on by. See about going to produce at least one more, preferably a couple, but at least one more test tube baby before we launch the boat. Information on quest to get the rocket ready for launch has now disappeared now that I've moved away from the location. So I just have to hope that it is still ticking along. Otherwise I might get back there and find I've got time to kill, which would suck. Now, this place looks interesting. Big old sharky boy. Looks to me like I might need to sail through on the left and travel up that tower, go across that way, but I can't tell for sure. I'm still nearly a kilometre away. Slowly cruising along. Still slowly draining power as we go. This boat hasn't been pulling to one side or the other this time. Yeah, maybe a tiny little bit, but not as much as it usually does. What I am concerned about is whether or not F, okay. There will be mines in front of us. There are mines. I do think on the left there is going to be the way up. Well, angels floating around this place as well. Not too worried about the mines over that side, but the ones in my path I might try and deal with. So that was a particularly great shot. Leave me alone, Sharky. If you want to pick a fight with you. I can, but I don't really want to. Actually, looks like we're coming up on where I need to be. Just in time for the sun to go down, make it really inconvenient. We're about there. Right. Jump over here so that I can hook them more up without being leached up too much. Annoyingly difficult to land your shots on this. Moving target from a moving platform and all that. Got it that time. Missed and had no juice. Let's get the anchors down. Shall be ready to explore in a minute. How we doing, Callie? Alright? Do I sound different? Might do a little bit. I did change microphones a few weeks ago, and also have had flu, so Roach is still recovering from that. Probably 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Got it. What we got up here then? Just looked like the way to go. I'm now slightly suspicious that it may not have been the way to go. Quite sure there's a connection between where I am and where I need to be from here. So gurgly noises. Oh, not one of them things. Yeah, it looks like this might send power over there. Looks like. If it's producing power. Cool. It's the frickin' that bloody thing, innit? I knew it. Fuck says. Yeah. I'm not surprised there's a change or two, to be honest. So, that's nice. A week of flu and then that's probably basically what it's down to. Do not have a machine gun. That's doing its thing. Can't even see the bloody thing. Stressing lack of energy being produced by this very large wind turbine. Still, apparently enough. Not enough actually, but anyway. As usual, it's worth having one of these. Do I grab one of these? Don't know, I can't debate whether or not to use I might use one of these as well actually. Can you put these on walls? Apparently not. Maybe? Yeah, you can kinda. That's interesting. I feel like up top there might be a better place for it, but allegedly I need a lot of things. I feel like it doesn't need quite as much as seems to think it does. Looks like I am doing damage to the thing. Got it that time. I feel like I could probably get rid of some of these. Something alloy frame in there. There's a magnetic coil in there. Don't need the battery cells, and I need one logic chip apparently. Slightly more convenient than I thought it was going to be. Still shy on something for an alloy frame. What do I need? Plastic. I need more plastic. Now, is there any... Did I see some around? I thought I did. Or some boxes that I can loot, rather. I'm hoping that might have some plastic in it. Some of those did. Give me some plastic, give me some plastic, give me some plastic. Choice. A few useful bits and pieces while I'm here. Must be a spring mattress. Cucumber, apparently. Don't hit the ground, hit the water! Woo! It was a bit closer than I was hoping it was going to be. Maybe try to crawl my way back around anyway. Any playthrough? No, sort of rounding out the one we're on. Inky shark over there. Charge myself and me rifle, I guess. Ooh. Shark's behaving very strangely. It's swimming on its side. It's probably not a good idea, but... Right in my face. Some of this bitey son of Jaws. Oh, I've got backup, maybe. So long as it doesn't decide that I'm a more dangerous foe and start attacking me. Got him. Turns out I only needed one more shot. There's our first shark. Ultra tech. Some good bits out of this, I think. High tech, 4 high tech scraps, 6 tech scraps, 2 ultra tech, and some other good bits and pieces as well. Kinda worth it. Let me up the gap. Clearly just squish myself flat, it'll be fine. Little cucumber, I think. Let's go through here, see what I need to stitch. Okay. It's full. That's organics. It's a weird mixed bag. That should probably not be a weird mixed bag. Go there. All of this to indulge my curiosity. Right. Any material? Yeah, definitely. There goes my building. Wonderful. Or the thing I'm building, rather. Illuminax. Wonderful. Now, hopefully... that should hopefully mean more power going in than is coming out, which should mean everything should have lots of juice. Ooh. Did not see that. That saves me one hassle. I was kind of hoping there'd be enough power to power everything over here, though, without me having to screw about. So that's going to be a big old negatory, though. Oh, shooting at me. Oh, this dude. Get over there. There's fucking loads of them. See how this goes for you, hey, Sonny Jim? Can you swim, motherfucker? I don't think you can. I think you can. Yeah, downstairs and investigate. If that went the way I hope it went, then that was a cunning plan. If it did not, then it went the way cunning plans usually go. I don't see any evidence of it surviving the drop in the drink. It can swim. Will you say this? I get the vibe they can more walk along the bottom than swim. Because that one doesn't seem to be having a right lot of luck. Seemed like it worked. To be honest, it seemed like a good idea, that. I'd be very disappointed if they're like, nah, mate, that's not going to work. All those cutting ideas and penalise me. How very dare. How rude. So there's definitely not enough power going that way. Means I'm probably going to set up a slight change of plans. In a moment. As soon as the angels don't start blasting me, I'll be happy enough. Now I've got a problem. I'm not sure if it attacked me or if it just got stuck there, but either way, it wasn't going well. So attack from the top of the water with an air grade. I wonder if something's changed since then, because that one did just seem to hit the water and keep on sinking. Which is exactly what I hoped and expected. Dial up some health. Buttons are right around. I had 2 weeks off, can't remember what I'm doing. recharge my rifle while I'm here, and I. I think we're going to move at least some of my power generation over to the other side. It doesn't seem to be shipping power across the way I was hoping it might. Yeah, let's change the plans a little bit. How we doing, Gray? Stagger our way over here. Allegedly something is aggroed and unhappy with me, but I don't know what. I don't seem to be getting attacked. Maybe it's the one that I dropped in the ocean. Definitely another one zooming around, I can hear it. I hear one rolling around, maybe it's on the lower level. We'll pass through. Build the battery right about... Can I build it on the wall? I can build it on the wall. Well, that's fascinating. I don't want to build it on the wall, but it's interesting that I can do that. That's doing its thing. It's definitely down below, isn't it? Right. It's definitely not power yet, but it's a start. Ooh. It's a bit ridiculous that I can actually do this, but hey. If it works, I will take it. Cheese the glitch if I must. sun looks confusing a little bit once that comes out. Quite ideal, but get off me, you jelly bastard. Presumably turn the lights on at this point. Good. Bit weird, but I can. Right. Now wondering what's up here. Out for most of the week. Christmas plans, Carl? Something along those lines? I would hope this is going to be providing more power than needs. Oxygen tanks, not bad. I could relieve those of oxygen if I had a portable means of doing so, but I don't. What I need right now . Right, so I don't have the code, apparently. Not sure where I'm supposed to get to the code, but we'll figure that bit out in a minute. Ah, friendly buggers, aren't they? Yeah, definitely not a tax seminar. It's definitely not what we need. Communications array, okay. That's weird. It looks different. Baffled design destroyers, yeah. Definitely. They look a little bit like the naval mines from Fallout London as well. Yeah, sea mines on legs for sure. Not sure how to get this Moses authorization either. This looks to be where I need to go, doesn't it? Get back to the somewhere to get some charge anyway. That helps. Add a charger on my backpack. This authorization crowbar also works. Yeah. Oh, crowbar goes through the window anyway. So I turn the power on here, it's definitely not getting enough power. Means I need one of those, two of those, one of those, and all of that. Hopefully we should actually get enough power then. I do feel like I should have been getting enough, but apparently I wasn't getting enough extra to go over the top of what was needed in order to also power up the battery, just the solar panel. Hopefully the solar panel will do the battery and this will do everything else now. There's definitely one rolling around down on the lower level there because it shot at me earlier, didn't it? I think I'm going to have a nosy around down there to see if I can't find authorization access for this upper area. But it might also be somewhere else, because I'm not sure what the Moses thing refers to, but... crafting speed definitely is a bit low in this game, I feel like. I don't know, it's just me. It's absolutely whirling along. But the power will power the bridge, but won't transfer along here to power anything other than just the bridge. Which is a bit annoying. What I want to know is if I can connect that to there. I cannot. Okay. So we'll actually have to use an extender then. This just kind of makes sense there, doesn't it? There we go. Lots of juice, hopefully now. More going in than coming out, which is the way we want it to be. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to get this Moses authorization from. feel like they have a slightly longer reach through the window than I do. Battery's almost dead on me gun, isn't it? I'll head back to the boat and do something about that. I feel like it may still be alive and angry down in the water. Really? Come on! Pain in the ass to climb back up now. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Alright. Charge up. I asked Moses, no. Given that I'm the one with the arc here, you think I'd have the permission? Oh wait, that's the way I want to go. Right. So me as well could be a robot, it should be, yeah. Surprisingly not as bad as it could be given that you're a robot. Oh yeah, Moses is the other one, isn't he? Yeah. The one with the STD. Oh hell no, we got a big laser! Recall reading God giving Moses STDs. Well, he did have a burning bush. It's usually caused by STDs, isn't it? I'm glad somebody appreciates it. I mean, nobody appreciates having a burning bush, but you know. Yeah, exactly. Face palming is hazardous. Could be the shot that I need to finish him. It's not the shot that I need to finish him. That got him. Don't know what it did, but it got him. Wish these things had names. Just because I feel like this thing's cool and I want to know what it's called. I mean, it's a bloody nightmare to deal with, but it's a cool nightmare. Right. Somehow I still feel like I want to get over there, but I don't really know how. I feel like that whole fight I've just been through was not really particularly productive. There's anything down there that's particularly exciting either. See what's up. Ooh, hello. Ladder, thank you. I mean, if you've got to sleep somewhere, there's worse places, but not by much. I'd personally go and sleep in one of the buildings if it were me. You know, you like actual shelter then. Even just under there. So maybe they got trapped up there by the big laser ball. Not expecting to see much down here other than a few mines. I think that guy is staring at the sea mine that I sunk in the water. There's no way across down here. Surprising lack of any lighting down here, which I think is probably because I haven't turned the lights on. Would appear to be the reason. How I'm supposed to get over there, because I'm pretty sure I do need to get there. I don't know. I thought there might be a way through somewhere. Ah! Well. That was disappointing. Seems like there should be additional way down over here, maybe? See any sign of one, but there should be. Theoretically, logically. Oh, this is not going so hot. Why is there no way down? That's very, very irritating design. I assume I'm supposed to come up with the solution to this puzzle, but it's less puzzling and more annoying right now, to be honest. I don't see any signs of a way to build a bridge. Looks like there's a way in and up down there, but I'm not seeing a way over there. Maybe there's a bridge down here or something that extends, but I don't see any evidence of that either. That lower platform, there's no way onto it. Not sure how I didn't fall to my demise there. Yeah, doesn't seem to be a way there. So maybe drop down somewhere from above, but really not seeing much in the way of viable options there. Oh. I don't think I can jump that. There's got to be a way to get over there. Getting down is not the problem, it's getting back up. Oh lordy, I think I may have seen my only option. Yeah, I'll try and land on that, I think. Well, if I land in the water, it's not the end of the world, is it? Not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. That went okay. Not what we'd call normal design, though. Or rational design. Okay, so I'm over here, and I have a feeling that I've achieved fuck all. Other than to maybe have the game take the piss ever so slightly. Even power? Well, that was really not worth it on any level. Achieved nothing. There's nothing over here, and whatever it is I need to permission to access that. This is not going to feel good. Oh, I'm really not looking forward to this. Oh, I hate heights. Oh, feck. Kind of forgot about that. The water's full of leeches. Oh well, I don't suppose I actually lost out a great deal on that. Nope. I have not actually lost out at all, really. So, we're back to trying to find where the authorization terminal is. And it ain't down there. Power is not the issue here. Or is that an issue? Yes, don't know. Oh, the robot. That's not the problem. It's the leeches in the water that apparently drain me of energy or something, because I don't have blood for them to consume, do I? Swing like Tarzan. Well, that's actually not the worst idea ever. Unfortunately, the swinging that you can do on these cables does not really have so much control to it. Sadly. Right, I'm going to have a lozenge. No power for some reason. Don't know why the bridge is retracted though. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I have a theory. The theory is that the permission I need is not obtained here. So I haven't seen any sign of a terminal. I'm also a bit stuck right now. Until the sun comes up, which won't take long because there it is. Right. Just going to quickly check up here, but I don't think there's a terminal up here. My theory is that the area to get mission to access this thing is not really opened up in the game yet. Yeah, looks like that's the case. In a sec now. Well, that, or maybe it's in one of these. Under the water somewhere. Last listener boat station. Oh, last listener station. Okay. On my boat. Oh well. Time to press on. Eight kilometres is rather a long way. Get the diesel engine running as well in a minute. Should be okay. I think. There we go. Speed increasing. We might actually get there before rapture. Before the ocean recedes, anyway. This next area of the map that's going to open up must be involving that place. But I can't figure out where to get permission to access it from, so... I can only assume it's just because it's not available in the game yet. Windscreen's looking a bit grotty. Kind of is, yeah. The place does actually need a few repairs, actually. I've got 2% damage. Unfortunately, the dirt and grime that comes with the damage doesn't seem to disappear when you repair the boat. The shark gave me a little bit of a battering while I was shooting it. My electricity generation is going up as we're picking up a bit of speed. Index and the squeegee, yeah, for sure. Very least a couple of cloths and some washing up liquid anyway. Yeah, well, they kind of do. As the boat takes more and more damage, the windows start to get more and more messed up. But the health percentage is also there, sitting at 100%. And the dirt remains, so you do start to see bigger cracks and things in the window as you take more damage. Yeah, with the next update that's due actually sometime in the next few days, they're going to add, presumably on here, I can only imagine, controls for which engine's running, so you can turn them on and off without having to go all the way downstairs. How's it going, Brad? How you doing, Charlie? What's this game about? The general idea is that you are a robot left behind when humanity abandoned an Earth disappearing beneath the waves, and humanity went upwards to space, possibly to space stations and the like, because it sounds like we haven't actually got much further than that. And as the last remaining robot caretaker, your job is to produce more humans, test tube babies essentially, and then stick them on a rocket and shoot them into space, so that humans up in space can continue, apparently. Something like that, anyway. There's also other side quests and things going on. But you've got to stumble onto those, I think. Some of them are underwater as well. I was saying this earlier, one of my kind of pet peeves about survival games in general, and in the case of this one, a certain specific version of it, is that there's not an overwhelming amount of story to it, other than get to the position where you can produce humans and then launch them into space, and then keep doing that. And as you get to higher levels, you can make it more efficient for yourself to produce the resources you need to do that. But as they expand the game, there'll be more ways of doing things like that, and presumably they'll expand beyond the areas that are currently in the game, because I don't think there's any other areas that I have yet to discover apart from these 4 circles. And this looks like it should open up the next circle here. It would seem to be that it's not there, because I don't seem to have access to that. It's possible that the permission I need to get it is buried under the ocean in one of these destroyed building icons, but I'm just not that inclined towards diving down and going looking for them, if that's the case, because it may not be. I don't know. So yeah, it doesn't overly hold your hand, this game. It really does let you just kind of find the solutions to the problem yourself, which to some extent is fine and cool. Also, I'm looking out here and I haven't seen even the slightest hint of any other structures, which kind of tells me that there is nothing out there yet. all the other areas when you sail into them, you start to see things in the distance even when they're not on your map. Rainbow shark doesn't like my boat invading its territory. Yeah, Nightingale does have a bit more of a story. I really should get another crack at that because I've updated it again recently. I was thinking about it. See what mood I'm in, see if it takes my fancy again at some point. The crafting system was overly complex and annoying. That's what kind of put me off with Nightingale. I think they did simplify it a little bit, but yeah, I think to have countless different add-ons and attachments that have to be close to a workbench, have to look close to the right workbenches to open up certain recipes, it was a bit bloody much. They did improve it, but I don't know, maybe I'll have another crack at it at some point. Right, so we've got these two unknowns that we're going to come sailing on past on our way to Seedvault Prometheus, and we're nearly there. I'm running low on the diesel though, unsurprisingly. I don't have a means to turn oil into diesel, so not until I get to level 20, and I'm only at level 16 at the moment. I don't foresee myself reaching level 16, so producing more diesel is something that's going to be... I mean, it's not impossible. I might stop here and see if I can find any more on the way. That'll be the end of my diesel. Let's see, Forest 3. There was something along those lines. It looked like it was a follow-up to the Forest. Yeah, for a sci-fi spin. Yeah, I will probably keep an eye on that. I've had a crack at both the Forest and Sons of the Forest, and as cool as the ideas are, I've never actually been that into the Forest. More storage containers. I gather you can actually put these things on the top there, but it's not letting me do it right now. Not letting me squeeze them on there either. Wait, I think. Stick one down here for now. Four alloy frames and a display screen. Doing okay. Not great, but we're doing okay. It's over there. Refuel outpost Theta. Somewhere I need to be, and I need to figure out where I'm going to moor up. Over on the right there, I think. She blows or something. I feel like you have to say that when your ship's pitching like crazy in the waves. Really? It's better. Cool, I can moor up here, wonderful. Yeah, sweet. Local wildlife's a bit much, but yeah, for the love of God. Cute. Get off my boat. Stuff. Right. Need a bit of forward momentum in a minute, but I'll deal with these guys first. Went better than I was expecting. Well, I did not. Unexpected. This thing needs repairing, apparently. From here. Not enough plastic. Why not have enough plastic? %6 durability, Christ. I played them. Yeah, they do some interesting things, and the tone of it, giving it kind of horror spin, is quite fun, but I don't know. It didn't gel with me. Played both the Forest and Sons of the Forest, but neither one really clicked with me. The building mechanics were better in the second one. Still, it just... I don't know, it just didn't have something for me. And Respawn's enjoyed it a lot, I think. Particularly Sons of the Forest. Yeah, for me, I kind of got like... I've had enough of this quite quickly. Love of God. Respond to my controls, you little bastard. Yeah. Funny, it's hard to put, despite the issues, I should say, that Fallout has, it's hard to put your finger on exactly how and why, but they definitely struck gold in my view with the way the building works in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 to a degree. I don't think there's another game whose building I've really come quite close to being as interesting and engaging as theirs have. Me, anyway. Charge up my backpack as well. Figure out how to get that off me then. This can come off. And we'll go and... yeah, might be like that. Drop the anchor and see if we can't fuel up a little bit. Oh, a bit too far. Yeah, got their revenge. Art of War, bloody hell. That's going to be a particularly handy read at the moment. Little bloody shits. Hate those bloody leeches. Enshrouded. Yeah, Enshrouded's good. Definitely didn't quite get there with it for me. It was good. It didn't click in quite the same way. I do want to go back and have a look at it again sometime, because again, they've updated that in a big way. Sun's about to come up. We're over there. As the sun comes up, this lot should start dying in droves. Right. Bit of peace at last. Right. There's a lift there. I don't think there's much else. That's a dead space, isn't it? So, just make a simple one of these for now. Climb up there and run up the ladder. Wonder which one's more worthwhile, really. And why. Don't know why this is not putting out any fucking energy. A way to get on the roof of this thing. Probably, yeah. Not like that, apparently. Bunch of boxes or something and drag them over. Let's craft cyclone. It's a bit bigger. See if it's going to be a bit more effective. Pretty sure I did already put that on the list. Oh, yeah, I did. It's just not updating as fast as I thought it would. Making the noise, I don't see any power coming through there. Not much I can do apart from just leave it, wait and hope for the best, really. Bloody insects. That didn't sound like a noise I wanted to hear. Sure that thing is not going to come back. Cool. One thing at a time then. Myself healed up again, get a quick save, and then we'll see what we can do about getting some fuel out of this place. Have a good night, Cal. Catch you soon. Right, another annoying robot to go and deal with. I didn't have to deal with enough of them already. Get him! Alright. Oh, I've recovered, aren't I? Petrol? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't really need to repair these, do I? Some more fuel cables. That's a diesel tank. That's... petrol. There's actually not as much fuel here as I was hoping there would be. Moving the boat under there is probably the play, though. Yeah, yeah. Right, plan is forming. I don't know about coming together, but it's forming. Guess we'll have to aim for launch tomorrow, which is fine. It's taking a bit more damage somehow. I hope that I slightly crashed it. Pressing my fucking button to use the crowbar and it just keeps stopping it, which I think is probably an early access bug type issue. Start wobbling forwards, turn that off. So yeah, by the time you get about 2 or 3 hours in, which is about where we are now, 2.5 now, aren't we? It starts to show some performance issues, which is a bit unfortunate. That's really what I want there though, isn't it? Right. Do you mind? Fucking boat. I'm meant to have a greased hippopotamus, for God's sake. Right. Yeah. It was way more difficult to park than it should have been. Right. Let's get some cables run off here, shall we? Back off! Apparently I do need to do some repairs. Otherwise, they were. Well, this one's at 50, so I wonder if that's actually okay. Getting the fan. Fuck off! I've got 51 metres of fuel cable, and there's no way that's a 51 metre drop. So a certain change in plan might be required if I am to not fall to my death. Oh, the whole space is occupied by my boat. Okay. Well, that's not ideal, is it? I'll need a bit more juice then to make damn sure I can survive the fall. Deal with those buggers in a bit. Right. Oh, I needed iron, didn't I? Because F is cruel and absurd. You're carrying too much. Just fuck off. Still going too much, but not by quite so much now. Catch you later, though. Have a good night. Alright. Now that's done. It's petrol, isn't it? That's fine. Oh well. A little bit of damage there. Love of God, I'm going to have to do that again. Thump. Yeah. Have a good day, Wayne. Charge. Right. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to put a cable extender at the top and then jump down. Should give me the extra length I need to be able to connect this bloody thing to the boat. Connect, you little bastard. I don't care about the bloody length. I said I don't give a fuck. Apparently I'm not making myself fucking clear here, am I? Oh, fuck you, game. That shit is just borderline reason to stop playing. It's just annoying enough that I don't want to play at the minute. Fuck off, you leechy bastards. This Exeter station is so well lit they don't really trouble you there. That was good timing. Vast amounts of fuel, but it's a bit of fuel. The boat is clipping through the top. It's bloody ridiculous, isn't it? I don't suppose if I have a quick rummage around I'm going to see any signs of any more anywhere. It's the only entrance I see and there's no power to it. No, I'm not screwing around because I don't think there's an upside to it. Curious as to what's underneath, because it looks like, oh, there's that down lower area there, but it doesn't again look like there's any particular worthwhile reason to concern myself with it. Right. Yes, right, fuck off. So my plan, such as it is, see whether or not that's enough to lose this connector. It's been one less annoyance to deal with if I can. How am I still so hideously over encumbered? What the fuck am I carrying around? Oh, I'm crouching. Never mind. See, now that's long enough. Stupid piece of shit. Arrgh. Well, there's our supply of fuel looking, I wonder, now I've done that. It's taking a bit more damage. Actually nearly a maximum now. At least, notwithstanding my secondary tank anyway. That's cool. Alright. Juice me up. And then we can take our journey forward a little bit. And at least make it as far as Seed Station. Alright, nothing else connected, everything else sorted. Good. Alright, let's GTFO. Where's the seed station? It's over there, Seabolt. And 4% on fuel. Technically more than I've got in electricity right now. Right. Think there's any more wildlife? I think. On we go. Rolling along at 19 kilometers an hour. Charge my gun as well while I'm at it. It's a 2-day tower cheese and bacon butty. I don't think so. Too late for me, but depends how soon you plan to go on going to bed. I mean, give it an hour at least. but after you have eaten, but otherwise you should be good. Now, I have one big question when I get to Seed Vault Prometheus. Will it have power for the lifts? I have a feeling it might not. Still a few bits of cheekily friggin' custard everywhere, aren't there? Get off. Get off me boat. If there isn't enough power there, I can soon sort this issue out. It'll just be a case of building a couple of high-powered generators and banging a battery on there, but still. See how we get on through the storm. Already cooking it. This is the way. One thing this boat doesn't have, and I'm kind of glad I don't need to worry about it, is pumps. Because the amount of water it takes on, you'd need, well, you got a little bit in the ways of bilges for it to run off through. You definitely would end up needing pumps to get it out of the hole. Having to manage those would be annoying as well. Well, it wouldn't be that bad, but... Runs around the other side, I think, isn't it? No, wait. There it is, it's on the south side. Okay. My orientation was a bit off there, but that's not a problem. Look at that, the amount of water we would have taken on there. That is a good point, Gray. I may have got myself a little bit beach. Ooh, made it. Yeah, it was no mean feat, that, really. An unlucky roll of the waves, and the front end kind of carried on up in the air and came down on top here. Suboptimal, but what can you do? Try not to fall off, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, I thought as much. I did build batteries here and stuff. And then, unfortunately, my game crashed and I lost all progress. Cool. Hopefully we should have enough power now. Only the Himalayas would be beachfront property if all the ice caps mounted. At least some of them would be, yeah, anyway. This is one of the more absurd points about their rhetoric about there being too much immigration at the moment. So that problem is when the ice caps melt, and it's not if, if we wanted to make it if, we should have done something 30 years ago. When they melt, and all of those island nations disappear underwater, and all those coastlines start creeping in, notwithstanding the fact that we'll have a massive loss of farmland, all the people who live there are going to have to seek higher ground. And what's that going to be, if not massive scale immigration? And it's our fault, so we can't really turn around to them and say, no, we're not taking you. I mean, I'm sure they'll suggest we should try, but those worst hit will have been the ones who are least culpable. So yeah, Denver wouldn't be a bad place to live at that point. But mixed things about Denver, actually. Apparently they're quite a nice city, but also has some fairly significant drawbacks. But then again, that could probably describe, like, 40% of the cities in the world. So it's probably not a particularly useful description, really. Alright. More power coming in than going out. Wonderful. That's the way we like it. There's a mine out there somewhere. There it is. There's one at least. Right. Are we geared up, ready to look? Yeah, cool. Fuck. He got me halfway there and he got stuck. Okay, I'll climb the rest of the way and I'll call it down in a bit. I think you're far enough away from the coastline to offset that, to be honest, Steve. I think, anyway. Look, it's not just vertical height, is it? It's height across the ground as well. It also plays a part in it. I need one of these, don't I? Okay, that's how that works, more or less. Ah, I see what you mean then, Steve. Yeah, fair point. It does affect the matter a little bit. Moved a bit. I don't know if it's going to come all the way down. Still coming. Good. Didn't quite make it to the bottom, but... once it's fully placed, a reasonable chance. Then I might be able to summon it to the top. Don't have any petrol to stick in that, really, do I? So off. All right. And up and up and up and up and up and up we go. These structures are kind of fun places to explore, but they make no sense from an architectural standpoint. There's no sense that I can see, anyway. Why exactly is the seed vault so far beneath the waves? Yeah, once the sun starts coming up again, I might have a chance of pulling the lift back up. But oh yeah, I was going to power myself. I just thought that'd be a good idea to put a more powerful wind generator there. Hopefully it'll make up a bit of difference. I apparently lack the necessary materials. Plastic, primarily. Gain. Another one of those creepy sods is apparently somewhere aboard my boat. Definitely heard a little noise before. Where did I hear the noise? There you are, you little bugger. You're off my ship. Right. Advanced alloy mesh gets produced. I'll leg it over here and which is extremely nimble leeches. Yeah, I didn't quite make the jump there. Get there eventually, eh? Feel like that waiting for the thing to assemble once you've got the parts made, as well as having to wait ages for the parts to get made, is just a bit much. Yep. That's better. Now the sun's coming up as well, so we're about to see more power start sneaking in there. Wonderful. So hopefully honestly not sure if I see movement down there or not. I think I do. Yeah, love it when the ladders work. I pressed the enter button and it just threw me down the hole instead. Not quite what I had in mind. Do seem to have a bit more success now. The button didn't work, but that your knees just watching it. Kind of crushed a bit of my soul, I think. Alright, should solve the problem. Time remaining 50 minutes, that's fine. It'll take us that long to get back, is it? Say back, we're going to the Lazarus complex. We know we're on drop this thing's going in there, isn't it? Juice me up. A bit of life. Right, off to the Lazarus complex. So we're actually at 100% fuel, which is kind of nice. I'm not going to use the diesel engine at this point, I don't think. Lazarus complex is 6. Oh, on the other hand, 6 kilometers is quite a trek. But I don't currently have save just in case. Yeah, not a bad idea. I don't currently have enough, or a reasonable means of increasing the amount of diesel I have, so if I was going straight to Exeter Station, it'd be different. I'd probably use it then, but I'm not, so. There we go. Just a bit of a trek over there now. I don't suppose that timer keeps running if I log out, but guess we'll find out. Well, Season 2 drops tomorrow instead of Wednesday. Sort of. Depends where you are. They've bumped it back a few hours. Really, that's what they've done. They're trying to go, oh, it's a whole day early. It's not, it's just a few hours early. It's 2 AM Thursday in the UK. 9 PM Eastern in the US. And corresponding times depending on your zone. Only one episode a week, yeah. So on Thursday we'll be playing Fallout 4 and probably conversing about the first episode of the new season. Which I think you're really going to enjoy, because I did. Let me just check a thingamajig. When's episode 3 come out? Calendar, there you are. New Year's Day, probably. No, New Year's Eve. I've got to wait until New Year's Eve to see anything I haven't seen yet. Not that I mind in the sense that I'm watching it again, because, you know, looking forward to that in and of itself, but... You're going to wait until February, Steve. Crikey. Only issue with doing that is you run the risk of spoilers. But I do understand the feeling, to be sure. I'm not exactly... I would have preferred it to come out all in one go so I could watch it at my convenience. Which would have probably been all day on Thursday. Slowly crawling on. Kind of want to run the diesel generator and get there a bit quicker, just to kind of get on with it, but... Ay. This is a bit of... I might just run it for a bit. Get me a bit closer. This is going to take quite a while otherwise. Yeah, I already built that. It was shite, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, level 20 is definitely where I really want to get to. After that, everything's kind of academic, really. Methane tank. Oxygen tank. Don't have a means of storing CO2, do I? There's the thing I need. I need to be able to build one of these. Oh, I can build one of these. On my boat, really. And then I could use it to produce extra... I'd also need an oxygen tank and a methane tank somewhere. It's doable. To produce additional oxygen and methane, and then you can keep the loop going while you're sailing as well. But then I'd need vast amounts of oil being converted to diesel as well. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Cruising along on a much higher speed now. You probably forget all the spoilers. Well, there is that. Oh, wow. Somebody's clearly not comfortable in their own sexuality. No, I wouldn't go so far as that. There we go. Organising all the components. Yeah, it does take a minute to wrap your head around, for sure. I'm not high enough level to convert oil into petrol and diesel yet, so... Can't really produce a reliable amount of the sort of things that depend on that. Like, you know, I can produce oil, but I can't do anything with it when I've produced it. So I can't produce diesel, which means I can't then reliably produce other things that depend on those, like methane and oxygen. Particularly methane, anyway. Other than with the setup I've got going on at... yeah, even the setup I've currently got at Exeter Station is enough to get maybe one rocket launch, maybe two if I'm lucky. But to be honest, I don't think there's enough to it at the minute to make me want to continue launching rockets after the first one anyway, so... I may be missing something there, but still. I know they're adding more stories and there are side quests and things to be found, but yeah, it's not succeeded in motivating me to go looking for them just yet. Yeah, get about 4 kilometers on half a tank. Crikey. Do I have more advanced engine modules? They're coming up, I think, aren't they, if I don't have them already? Electric engine super booster. Diesel engine super booster. Learnt those, so I've probably made them, haven't I? I don't know, I should check. For a minute there, I just saw I think the super boosters are the best version that are currently available, aren't they? Have I made any? Just see whether or not I can improve things. These are then just boosters, so I don't have the super boosters yet. I haven't crafted any anyway. Cooling radiators. How many of those would I need? 5. 5 of each. So I now need... It's not very helpful at telling me what I need when I do it through this menu. Cooling radiators. So I need 5 cooling radiators, 5 advanced alloy mesh, and 5 power cores. What do the power cores look like? That. Titanium, okay, I can probably do that. So what does this need? Logic chips, advanced alloy meshes, and power cores. Okay. Requires 1, okay. So need a whole bunch of titanium, primarily. Which I thought I stored. Very pissed off if I haven't got it. Dark blue, isn't it? Sure, I had more and I stored it, but I don't seem to have any. Ugh. Yeah, that's something that's annoyingly difficult to find. Looks rather like I'm out of titanium. In which case I cannot build those things. Oh well. So they're sitting there not getting built. Yeah, those can go in there. Oh, I should build one, can I? Well, I might as well put that on there anyway. It does look a bit different, so that helps. Well, get the show on the road. How far up's the Lazarus complex? I didn't know. Or have I gone past it? Oh, I'm right at it. Okay, I thought I might be getting close. Oh, that was well timed, wasn't it? Look at that. Dark and stormy night is not making it very easy to see where I want to moor, but... Check out the timing on that one, eh? Kind of wish I could just pick that up and hook it over, because stuff like that is ever so slightly annoying. I can fix it by doing this, but... it's not quite where you want it, really, is it? Motherfucker. You're up. You're up. Cool. So, let's take our wee fella. Half an hour on that. Let's just see what's happening down there. Quite according to plan. There we are. I get titanium for my trouble there, did I? Well, the fact that definitely not getting anywhere without certain materials. What do I need? Mostly titanium, I think, but just what it is. I'll have a look up top when I get here. Is there a light switch down here or something? No, it's just dingy. Okay. Going up. Good timing indeed, yeah. Well, enough for the update, yeah. No, I thought for a minute I was going to get my boat stuck somewhere earlier, but we managed to avoid that, so... something. Right, power coming in, water coming in. We should be ticking over. Apart from the fact I don't think I have a lot of nutrients to feed it. That's my one concern. I kind of didn't think of. Right. Any titanium in here? No. Lot of bullshit. No titanium. Basketball is barely worth adding, apparently. Let's see what other cool things I might have I can just chuck in there. Camera, seems like fun. What's that? Teddy bears. Some art supplies, that seems cool. Travel journals. Crayons. Meditation, let's try that. Have I got I should have some foodstuffs in here, shouldn't I? Seek fuel. If any of these are going to be particularly helpful to me, but... see what happens. I can't really remember what I need to actually produce food and stuff if I actually need to. Might have picked up enough there to be okay. Yeah, now you're running, ain't you? What does that do? Creativity and communication. Cool. Travel journal. Adaptability. More creativity and focus. Okay. Meditation. Cool. So we should be high on creativity, adaptability, and focus. A little bit of empathy, a little bit of communication. Okay, that's fine. Mind surge. That's a good thing. High fat. Not so bad. Are we over the line? Height requirement not yet met. Physique fuel. I guess there? Still not quite. Still going to be a bit of a midget, apparently. Physical life expectancy 17. Jesus. That's not great, is it? Six, 7, 8. I see there's 8 multiples of them. So I need something that's going to give us a decent boost to height, whatever that might be, and however we produce that. Nutricore, I guess. I've got what I need for crafting a bunch of that, so I'll do for now. Not quite sure what I needed there. Oh, there's more stuff over here, that's cool. Pretty sure. Put those in there, I don't get anything good out of it, do I? Right. There we are. Height should be over the line now. Cool. Let's make us another test tube baby. Omega-3 and vitamin D. Could be worse. Alright. That's running. Didn't have too many issues there because I've got a couple of batteries worth of power. Could have. And a whole tank of water down there. Everything seems to be flowing clean and clear. I'll go and check this battery up here has been filling up. Yeah, it seems to be draining, but I did just see it go up, so... What actually got out here? Bunch of medium generators and a bunch of mediums. These are not doing shit apparently. Right? Oh, there we go. Got a bit of life coming in now slowly. Not much. I'd like to replace them with bigger ones, but I don't have the materials for that either right now. Titanium's so bloody hard to come by. Amongst other things. Don't know if this guy's going to give me any titanium if I scrap his earthly remains. We'll find out though, aren't we? So this guy is presumably a previous iteration of myself, from what I can tell. Oh, we're checking the rumours. Yeah, that's a good point. While I'm here. And I'm sparking. Not a bad idea, though. While we're here. Since we're here, we might as well check. So these are the big ones. Okay, that's not so bad. Just not putting out very much power because somebody doesn't really understand they don't need direct sunlight to work. My brother's just installed a bunch of solar panels on his house in Yorkshire. Take him a while to see his return, I don't doubt, but still, we'll get one. Cool. So that's ticking along. So I think the plan tomorrow will be run back up to the seed vault, grab another seed, I guess, bring it back and create one more test tube baby. And then take both of these two back over and launch them into space. That's the plan. It's not... It's weird, it's quite a lot of people do have solar panels in the house. And we don't have that vast numbers of sunny days, really, compared to a lot of other places. But they work on cloudy days, so... Not quite as efficiently, and blah, 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 but they are still relatively worth having, even on cloudy days, so... You do see plenty of them around. There's loads of them around where I live. Right, let's get a save dropped and we'll be set up ready to do all those extra bits and pieces. Ooh, hello. Tomorrow. Yeah, that tracks is the one we're on, so let's do that one. Yeah, they definitely make the money back eventually. Have a good night, KB. Right. So, we are saved, and we are good. I will make an exit. Yeah, well, got a bit distracted there. I thought we'd have a successful launch today, but we've got enough to do time-wise that hopefully that was not a complete waste and everything should be good to go tomorrow. I do hope that rocket continued to charge up while I left. If it didn't, I'd be a bit disappointed, but it stopped tracking the quest once I left. Not quite sure why, but everything else seems to continue charging in your absence, so presumably the rocket will as well. We'll see how it goes. Your companies that make money by installing them for free and take a cut of the earnings. It's interesting. I imagine there's probably a similar kind of arrangement somewhere with some of the power companies and such. I don't know much about how my brother's got it organised, but I do know he's got some installed recently. And he's looking forward to lower bills and stuff as a result, I'm sure. Who wouldn't be? Yeah. Anyway, yes, tomorrow, finish the human we're currently cooking up, create another one, and then take them all down to Exodus Station, stuff them in a rocket, and launch them into space. That's the plan. And then Wednesday, we'll play some more 76, and yeah, do some dailies and weeklies, and continue pushing on through Burning Springs a bit. Did I get that right? Burning Springs? Yes, I did. And then Thursday, Friday, back to Fallout 4. Should be cool. Looking forward to that. Still no word on the next Fallout 4 update, though, which the next patch should be due this month, which should mean this week, and I've heard nothing yet, so... Yeah, that's a bit alarming. They're all going on holiday by the end of this week, so the radio silence is a bit annoying. Oh, well. Maybe later, maybe tomorrow, we'll find something out. I shall keep an eye out. Either way, we'll play on, because I haven't updated on the last patch yet, and didn't seem to be a lot of point. I had to wait for mods to update anyway, but which they probably have done by now, but with the next one hanging over our heads, is there any point in updating only to have to update again? Probably not. Anyway, maybe there is, actually, just because then I'll keep up to date with what's updated when. I don't know. I'll think about it. Yeah, that's the plan for the next few days. Video-wise, well, when we get some news on Fallout 4, I'll be bringing that. We actually get some information on that patch. If anything else happens in the meantime, I'll probably cover that, but I don't imagine there will be much. Oh yeah, Holiday Scorch starts tomorrow, so I might get on talking about that as well. Where's my pen? There it is. And what's the heaps of crap I've got on my desk at the moment? I'll probably do at least a short reminding people that Holiday Scorched are back or something. So that's tomorrow. And then, yeah, I'm going to jump in and do a camp build in Burning Springs. I've got a couple of maybe ideas that I would like to pursue. So, yeah, we'll get cracking on that. Should be fun. Anyway, thank you all for hanging out. Hope you've had fun. Yeah, more of this tomorrow. Looking forward to. And, yeah, looking forward to jumping back into Fallout 4 as well. Should be good. So, for now, if you haven't already, like, subs, notification bell. I do appreciate. Social media links in the description. Channel memberships available down below as well if you'd like to support the channel directly. And, yeah, lots of cool things coming up. I've got an idea for what we're going to do after we wrap up with The Last Caretaker as well, which I think will probably be tomorrow. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, for now, thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of your evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. I'll see you around about 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. Should be cool. So, till then, see you next time. And hey, folks, take care.